Hi guys, so we are going to look at data validation with Excel today. Very, very important because the data you enter or you impute or you allow people to impute into your Excel worksheet is very, very important, and you want to ensure that they enter the right data. You understand? So that is what we are going to look at today. We are going to proceed to look at what data validation is all about. Now, when we say data validation in Excel, it's actually a feature that allows you to control what should be entered or what should be imputed into a cell or range of cells. So what it does is that it helps you to or it ensures that you enter the right or proper data in your Excel worksheet. You understand? So how does it work? So we look at that now. The first thing you ensure is that make sure you have the updated Excel, like maybe 2019 version, 2019, 2020, 2021, like that. Okay, so now the kind of data you entered, number one, you can define the data you enter, whether it's going to be numbers alone, or it's going to be decimal numbers, or it's going to be date values, or it's going to be time or text or custom format. You can define it and determine what data should be entered into that particular cell. Then you can also set the limit, that is the minimum value or the maximum value for numbers and also for text. For instance, you don't want anybody's name that is longer than 10 characters to be entered, so you can define the maximum number of length of text or the minimum length of text. You can define that. Also, you can define the maximum amount of numbers, or let's say age range, for instance, maybe between age of 18 to 30. Maybe you want you don't want to define this gap, this age range, and you don't want anybody that exceeds 30 or below 18 to enter or to be recorded in your Excel worksheet. Okay, so you can define the limit. Now you can also define the list of values. For instance, you say state of origins. You want to list all the state of origins so that there will be a drop down and people just select. You understand? So you can also define list of values. So these are different things you can do with data validation. So we're going to look at the practicals. Now, before we look at the practicals, it helps us. One of the things data validation does is that it helps us to prevent error. That is, it ensures that there's data integrity. That means you enter the correct value or the correct data is entered into your spreadsheet. So, and it makes it more user friendly, especially when there's a drop down. I like the area of drop down. When there's a drop down, you just have to select amongst the drop down. So the items that is listed on the drop down, you just select. You don't need to type. So it makes it more user friendly. So you can use it for forms, survey, financial models, and database stuff. So you can use data validation in all those contexts. So let us look at the practicals. Now look at the data or the data set I've been maintaining it. As I've said before, it's a simple data set so that we can explain concept, understand the concept, and then we can now generalize on a large scale amount of data set. Okay, so let us look at this data set. We have ID, first name, exam score, and let's say stipend. Okay, let me just put stuff here. Let me just call it age. Let me just say age is this new stuff here. Okay, now I want the data that will be entered here. I want it to be just whole numbers. Okay, so I will just select it. So selecting it right now, you see I will go to this data. Please take note, this data tab, that's where you get data validation. Most times, everything about data analysis, most of them you can see it here. Okay, so you get to this data. When you get to this data, you look at this data validation. This is my data validation. It may not be written like this on your own version. It might be written expressly like data validation. I write it, but mine is a symbol. So if you touch it, you see the drop down there, or you will see a reflection there that is data validation. Okay, now I want to set the rules. So when you just click, you'll see three icons, but the first one we are going to the first one, which is data validation, you click it. So you're going to see this dialog box, and it will tell you validation criteria. So you will define your validation criteria here. The first one is any value is not defined. In this case now, there's no specific criteria. That's any value. If you click the drop down, you see old number. So I can define old number. So if the person entered decimal number, any other thing different from old number, it will show me an error. So I click now. Okay, I don't want to put minimum and maximum. Okay, let me define minimum and maximum. Let me just say, okay, 18 years, the minimum age, and then let me just say 30 years. So anybody above 30 will not be able to apply. Let me just say will not be able to be entered into this Excel worksheet. Okay, and anybody below 18, anybody above 30, like that. So that is the definition, or that is my criteria. So I click OK right now. So you see now. So if I enter 18 here, to not show any error. If I enter 25 here, to not show any error. But immediately I enter 31, it's going to show me error. You see now. So immediately I enter, let me just say something below 18, which is 17 now. It shows me error. Okay, so this is where I'm defining my rules. Okay, let me clear the rule out again. Let me clear the rule. Let me go back to data validation. So if you want to clear your rule, you clear all. Yeah, it gets back to what it was before. Okay, now let me show you. You can do decimal on your own, but let me just do the major one so that you can just practice on your own. So let me just also define text length, for instance. Text length. Let me clear everything there, please. Let me clear everything here. So I clear everything here now. So now let me select back again. So text length. Let me just show you text length. Text length is let me just say my name. Text length. Let me just say length of text. Let me just say between 3 and then 10. No, let me just say 7. So anybody's name that is longer than 7 is going to knock off the person. Okay, so I click now. So let me just say solo now. Solo is 3. Yeah, it will not show error. But if I say so, it's going to show me error, right? So you see, I am trying to force people to comply to the rules, because there's no way you will be telling people verbally or orally. You just have to force it on the system. They will be forced to comply. If they don't meet the criteria, they will be knock off. Okay, so let me enter somebody else's name. Let me just say Mike. Okay, to not show error, but something longer than 7. Let me just say Solomon. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, let me just say Solomon AIY. Okay, it's going to show me error because it exceed that maximum maximum text length. Okay, so that is it. Let me quickly show you other areas. Let me just show you other areas. Let me clear everything here. Let me clear the rules out of that place. Okay, so I clear it off. So I clear all now, so there's no rules there again. Okay, now let me come to this place. Then let's look at what else again do we have to look at? Okay, list. Yeah, list. So we click list now. List will allow you to be able to have, let me just say, state of origin. For instance, in Nigeria you have Edo State, Edo, or let me make it capital. You can make it small letter anyhow. Edo, let me say Lagos, Abuja, Kebbi. You understand? So these are list of items. Also want the people to be restricted to just make a choice, not any other additional items should be listed there. Don't want them to type it, but you just want them to pick from the items. Okay, so you click OK right now, so you can see the drop down is already here now waiting for me. So you can see now. Let's assume that this one is state of origin or province, if you like. If you're in a country that uses province, yeah, so state or province. Let me just say province. Country is province. Okay, province. Okay, so you see now, you want them to just select their state of origin or state of residence or province of residence. Okay, so you see the drop down. So if I check here, so the person can't type any other thing. He can't type any other thing. He can't just type on his own. It is within the scope of this list. He is expected to make a choice. Okay, so if I try to enter anything now, enter, it shows error. So that is one way of validating it again. So in terms of list. So let's look at the last one. I want to just show you the last one. There's one more thing left. Now let me go back to that place and see. So in this case, I want to just show you how to customize your error. For instance, if I enter anything, if I want to type up something down, it shows me stuff. It said the value does not match, and but I want to customize the error. I want it to show me a particular error, so I can customize it. So let me go back to this place. Let me just select it, and let me I click here and go to this place. So let me say error alert, the kind of error that will be alerted. That's what I want to define. So let me just say title. Let me just say alerts, please. Warning, error. Let me just say error warning. Okay, sorry, I'm making it error warning. you are not complying to the rules. Let me just write it like this. You are, sorry, let me make it small letter. You are not complying. Okay, am I correct? Complying with the rules of the game Let me just put it this way. Okay, so I click OK right now. So you see now, so if I try to input anything that's against the rules, let me just see. So you see now, it said error warning, you are not complying with the rules of the game. So I've customized my error. You can put details of the error that the person is breaking, so that from the write up, the person will be able to correct his or herself concerning what has been imputed, and then you will ensure that the person is imputing the right information, because the person may not know why the system is not allowing the input to go further. So you can put information, much more information. That's why I'm showing you how to customize the error. So thank you very much. I'm going to stop here on data validation. Please practice more on this, and it's quite very interesting because it ensures data integrity and also user friendliness. So do have a wonderful day.